Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your December the 15th to the 31st tarot reading. So we're going to have a general look at the energies around you. Remember, Sagittarius, please find out where the big astrology is happening in your birth chart. Absolutely essential piece of information to know what doors are opening for you. It's very interesting. You got the Thunder card and then the Ring card. Now, bear with me. The Thunder card can be a little bit of a feeling of being under a dark cloud. I tell you why. Your sign, your ruler's changing sign on the 21st. So the week before it, it's going to be at 29 degrees. The 29-degree mark is the ending of the year cycle. And quite often it brings whatever that year. You know, what's the year been about for you, Sagittarius? Because your sign has not been happy in Capricorn. There's just no affinity between those signs. And, I mean, obviously there is, sorry, but it's not probably been the lightest for your fire, okay? So what I want you to do, really important here, is release the energy of this year. Release not only the good, release not only what's been challenging, but release what's been good about the year. So what I would tend to do is I do a fire ceremony around it, and it literally is just having a candle, blowing everything into the stick, all the good, all the difficulties, setting fire to it and blowing it out. Ceremony is such a Sagittarius thing. It's such a ceremony is what changes our mental pathways, and that's how we get to dream and bring into reality a new chapter. So you get the Thunder card. There might be a little bit of tension. 29 degrees, it's the last sign. It's only going to last a few days. I cannot underestimate enough, guys, to keep letting go. I almost want you at New Year's to be totally open to a new chapter in your life, and it looks like it's going to be a very good new chapter. You've got the card of eternity, maybe loyalty, about commitments, about love. That, you know, not quite sure what it's about, because I've seen it showing up for legal contracts, but it does tend to, I mean, it's some sort of commitment. Maybe it's yourself you're committing to, your new vision, and the vision is the vision of Aquarius, guys, okay? So the vision of Aquarius is about humanity. Yeah, it's Aquarius doesn't do I, Aquarius does we. And that is the energy we're moving into. We're going to get there if we like it or not, guys. It's like, you know, there's going to be a lot of people trying to keep the past intact. But essentially, Aquarius is an outer planet. It's an evolutionary new journey we're going on, and it's going to win. So I think it might be quite an exciting year for you, Sagittarius. I don't know why. I felt it really strongly about the last 6 weeks. Because really, it's probably mostly Aquarius, Sagittarius, and probably Leo that's probably going to have, I mean, it's going to impact everyone, but probably Capricorn as well, that are going to have the most Uranus energy, which is about enlightenment, which is about freedom, individuation, breaking away from the pack, standing, you know, standing as the Queen of Wands. So let me have a look. So that was a little bit, I just felt I feel really excited for you. I don't know what it is. Now what you want is the Eight of Wands. The gift is the Six of Swords. The challenge is a Seven of Swords, okay? So we've got mental interference patterns going on. A little bit, yeah. I want you to work with this, Sagittarius. I want you to walk through that door. And there's a little bit in your thinking processes that have got you stuck. Relationships, Ten of Wands. It's not a bad card. It means this chapter's coming to an end and a new one's beginning. I did see the Thunder card, and when a planet's at 29 degrees, it's ending up a cycle, and it's always a little bit intense, okay? Hierophant in money and work, Seven of Cups at a soul level. Then you get the Moon card as the outcome. So what's the loyal? I wonder where the Ring card falls into then. You're definitely ending an oppressive cycle in your relationships of being oppressed and held back. So where's the Ten of Wands, and where's the Ten of Wands going to? Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, look at the difference. I mean, that is literally leaving behind. Now, I absolutely love Saturn and Capricorn, by the way. I love both planets. But they've been heavy. And it looks like a lot of the heaviness is played out with the people around you and your relationships. Look, this is what you're carrying, and this is where you're going. I mean, the Empress is Taurus. So Taurus is Venus. It is about, you've got two Taurus cards showing up. I mean, this is about love. Essentially, the Empress is love. She's fertility. She's prosperous. She holds the Venus symbol. So, Sagittarius, this is wonderful. Sorry. I feel so happy for you that this chapter of carrying these 10 wands. So these might be other people's issues. It might be your own. Feeling held down. Not able to express yourself. So that sort of thing. Because what you want is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is such a Sag card. It's expansion. It's about growth. It's about communication. It's about travel, knowledge. Everything is just about expansion and going forward. The gift is the Six of Swords. You are still in between worlds. So a little bit, I'm not quite sure where this is all going. But it's going to the Ace of Cups and the Empress. That is the ring. But I can definitely see there's a little bit of oppression that needs to be, is this fire ceremony again? And I release to the fire everything that's held me back. I release to the fire, those stories, people holding yourself down. And I now open my heart to love. What could be better than entering into this new chapter with this energy? But it won't be, I think it'll be around just after the cycle. And you're going to have to deal with that 29 degrees. The challenge is a Seven of Swords. So you're in a mental story that you're not quite fully completed yet. It completes at the 10. Okay? When we're in our head too much, there's something we're trying not to feel. And maybe what you're trying not to feel is this feeling of being held down. There's something about, seeing a Sagittarius held down is always quite a challenging energy for me, by the way. These are such the free spirits of the zodiac. You can't resolve an issue through the mind. It won't work. What we need to do is move into the heart energy and this very, very expansive energy. And it's almost like every time you see yourself, you start thinking, clap your hands and go, I'm thinking. Because there's no solutions to be found there. It's almost like a prison, yeah? It's really, really not the solution here, but you are still caught in some sort of thinking process. I want to put these cards back in case they want to come back out again. Hierophant in money and work is I haven't got that much to say here. The Hierophant's about stability. It's about security. Very stable. Some of you might be taking on or considering new roles for the future. The Hierophant tends to be the teacher. He used to be a priest. And quite often, the newer version of being that priest is someone who can guide other people. So the Hierophant can be a guide. I don't know where you're beginning to think about how you want to approach this new era. Okay? But you're going to be pushed to start standing in your truth, because everyone's going to be. But again, especially you, because your sign is part of this great zodiacal energy. And your truth might be starting to be expressed through relationships. I'd love you to start expressing your truth and just say, no, I'm not taking on other people's karmic load for them. It's almost we're trained to carry other people's issues, and sometimes we need to put it down and then just open ourselves up on the heart level. Seven of Cups at a soul level underneath the seven. So you're in a process of confusion here, guys, and I'm not sure what you're confused about. What's the confusion about, please? The Death card. But what you want to shred, what you want to let go of, and what you want to welcome in. What I want you to welcome in is the Ace of Cups and the Empress. And even beginning to develop this sort of, because the Sagittarius and Jupiter rules that. It's the guru, it's the teacher. And I'd really, really like you to let go of this energy. Of whoever's energies that we've taken on. Tends to show up if you've got a waterman quite a lot. You know, if you've got a waterman or a lot of water in your chart, we really, we empathise and we want to take on people's burdens for them. It doesn't work. The only way to resolve other people's issues is to resolve our own. And because you're definitely trying to complete a cycle here with these two sevens. Now the moon's the outcome. So that's about self-care, self-nurturing. A little bit allowing yourself to be in the mystery, because you are with the Six of Swords, the sense of, I don't know where I'm going. I think the best bet is to embrace it, because we're all, as a humanity, moving into a new cycle. None of us really know what's, I mean, even I don't know what's ahead. I know the astrology of what's ahead and what our souls are requiring of us. But we all have to embrace this unknown. But then you get the World card. It kept flashing out of the deck. This is the completion of a cycle. And it's very, very clear that some shredding of your old skins need to happen. You know, the best way to shred skins, so we can do it on our own when we do fire ceremony. I keep doing it. I haven't done this for anyone else, but it's like we release to the fire what we don't want to take with us. And I think you're carrying a lot of people's burdens. I also think you're mentally trying to seek solutions when the solution lies in the heart for everyone. Because in the Ace of Cups, the mind and the heart are coming into alignment. So we see through the eyes of love. But there's shredding of old stories that need to happen here. And the Seven of Cups isn't a bad card. It's a confusing card. It's like, and the Moon is, and the Six of Swords is. So there's a little bit of, it's almost like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going. And a little bit like, What am I going to do with this one precious life? Am I going to do this? No. There's a little bit of analysis paralysis here. You cannot solve the problems of the mind with the mind. Okay, it's impossible. You know, that's how, you know, with a lot of talking therapies, they don't bring on solutions, because really what needs to happen is we need to eliminate these stories. And this is what I want you to do. Literally, I want you to find a way to eliminate these stories that you keep telling yourself about, so you're ready. This is where you want to be ending the year, with the cycle complete and moving into a brand new one. It's very interesting. Your reading's very different from everyone else's. And I even noticed it when I was approaching your reading, that I was approaching it. I think I knew that you were completing I would say quite a heavy year. And I think the heaviness has mostly been in your personal relationships. And it's almost like, look, I just turned around and I got you here. So I pair these cards because people fly free when they release what's holding them down. And this is what where the shredding. I want you to do the shredding of old identities, old roles. Like a role would be, you know, like I'm not here to be your, you know, when we take on too many people's garbage, I'm not here for that. I'm here to experience a happy life. I think some of you might be looking at taking on a little bit of a teacher role. Yeah. And what you'll be teaching is very much that Aquarius energy. But it's only going to be the 0 point. This is going to continually build over the year, okay? So not everything's going to be made clear, but what you can do, it's what I spend most of my day doing at the moment, is shredding old identities, really working with that Pluto and Scorpio energy. Shredding which no longer serves us. Yeah. And that's really what I want you to be doing. Very interesting. I really do. I have got so much. You've got to find out where the aspects are happening in your birth chart. My links to my website's below, but just go to astro.com, get your own birth chart. It's all about empowering others. So, you know, I empower you to find out, to discover, to see where this brand new energy is opening up for you, and going for it. Going for it with every single bit of passion that you have. Yeah? Okay, Sagittarius, lots of love. Bye.